welcome back to my channel, Strong and Courageous. This whole video is going to be our experience during Whole30. I'm very excited right now. I don't know how I'll be feeling 4 days in, so. New Year's resolutions are an incredible place to set goals, to set new rhythms, and set new patterns within your life. It's not just an opportunity to fix something, but it's more so this time to kind of recreate the rhythms and priorities within your life. So I've been reading in Genesis since the beginning of the new year, and Genesis 1 talks about the creation story. It's so interesting to me because the Lord creates the entire universe. He creates the world, the skies, you and me, calls us very good, and at the end of all of that, it says that the Lord rested. He took an entire day to rest. Now, in a society and in a time where rest is seen as a weakness and side hustles are expected, this can be something that seems so foreign to us. Why rest? I have too much to do. Productivity is king in this era, and it's not really the best thing for a life all the time. I'm preaching to the choir here because this is something that I struggle with, but Genesis 2, it says that the Lord rested, and I want to be more like our God in everything that I do. And so I want to institute this rhythm as I move forward and as we reset our priorities. And resting doesn't have to just be sleeping. It could be reading, and that can be food. Food is our fuel for our body, and so I look at Whole30 as a way to rest and reset my habits of how I'm eating as I'm going into this new year, hoping to conquer these goals that I have with my body, with strength, with fitness, and spiritually with the Lord as well. And so excited to see how Whole30 is actually going to relate even further to my relationship and my walk with God as we explore self-discipline and all of the fun cravings that we're gonna have to deal with. So that being said, what the heck is Whole30? Whole30 has a lot of things that you cannot eat, but instead of looking at all of the things that you can't eat for this 30 days, I want to talk a little bit about the mindset of going into Whole30. I think so often when we look to restrict or change our diet in any sort of way, it kind of becomes this like punishment for ourselves, saying I can't have this, and that's not the way that we need to be looking at it. Whole30 in and of itself means that you are eating whole foods, apples, chicken, kind of like the way that they were created, not processed. It's very much so just whole and from the earth. This is not vegan, it's not vegetarian. It would be very hard to get the protein that you need and do that. There's no soy on Whole30, but Whole30 is looking at the different foods that you are eating on a daily basis. And so when we're going into Whole30, Casey and I are looking at this from a perspective of we want to reset our body and kind of get our body back to like a level place so we can figure out what foods you are sensitive to, what foods fuel your body differently, and what foods maybe are better for you to be eating that might not work for other people. That is the cool and unique thing about how God created us, is our bodies are created so differently and so uniquely. I'm gluten and dairy free. That's not an issue Casey has to deal with. And so our bodies and the way that they react to certain foods are different, and it's cool to see that. But if you don't know what foods you're sensitive to, Whole30 might be a great opportunity for you to experience that. And so you cut everything out, get your body back to ground zero, and then you slowly start to add in these food groups that you have been choosing not to eat for a bit. That's how I was able to discover my gluten intolerance and my dairy sensitivity. And we're starting on Monday. So I have a spreadsheet. I have recipes that are linked via Pinterest. Food goes along so much with your fitness journey. Whole30 Roomy Reset Edition. This is it. All right, we are here meal prepping one of our lunches. It is going to be a Whole30 approved shawarma chicken salad. So we got tons of herbs and seasoning. That's really the secret sauce to Whole30, is making sure you have lots of great seasonings. So we have lemon, this guy's avocado oil that I'm dropping. Sweet. Well, we just took a break from meal prepping. If you haven't met Casey, this is Casey.
Hi guys.
My roommate. She has a YouTube channel, which probably you guys all follow. If not, you should. And I'll add her as well in the intro, bio, I don't know what it's called. Week 1 of Whole30. Check-in number 1. What are you looking forward to about this week? And what are you nervous about?
So I think looking forward to, just as a whole for Whole30, since we haven't actually technically started it yet, I think just reset my food habits so that I can not always be like turning to sugar after every meal. And then also to help with sleep. I feel like whenever I'm eating better, I've been like having trouble sleeping lately, just sleeping well. And I feel like the first time I did the Whole30, not immediately, but like maybe a week or so into it, I feel like I started to sleep better. And so I'm hoping it helps with that. And then what I'm not looking forward to, the first time I did it, I feel like around day 5 to 10, I was getting really bad headaches because of the lack of sugar. And so I think just sort of like the detox process and knowing that I'm gonna be really tired probably this week and really wishing I could have a Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cup. So
Which we're gonna eat today.
we are. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. I think mine are similar. Something that I'm looking forward to is just like getting off of sugar over just quarantine in general. My sugar habits have gotten very lax. I normally don't eat processed sugar, but I've been doing that a lot. And what I'm nervous about is just the detox, but we're gonna make them fun. It's gonna be fun anyway.
Literally at the same time, he said it's not gonna be fun, and he said we're gonna make them fun. So
it's gonna be fun.
Optimism over here.
For the sake of transparency, this is my before. I'm wearing some biker shorts. They're made to go high-waisted. This is what they look like when they're not. But this is my starting. Haven't worked out in a few weeks because I've been sick, but very excited for what Whole30 is going to use. Just took my measurements and just took my weight. So breakfast, here we come. Made our lunch. Chicken, shawarma, salad, and it smells so good. I started tracking macros today. That's been fun. High protein salad, low protein carbs, and a good amount of fat. So I'm gonna go eat mine. All right, end of day 1, ending with a smoothie that technically I don't think they were initially approved on Whole30, but they're all Whole30 compliant ingredients, and it's just been a really great way for me to finish getting my macros, so I've officially met them for the day. Cheers to that. what day is this?
Day 4.
4?
Right? Yeah.
Day 4. That's our spread. Casey and I are gonna do roomie nights on Thursdays.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, man. Normally, I have a feeling that this will be wine, not kombucha. I say it weird.
She does.
But because we're Whole30, we are gonna make the best of it with this delicious food. And so I have a chicken tortilla soup. This guy, it's honestly just chicken breast, but we found this really great buffalo seasoning and sauce that we just baked it in. Some guacamole. My dad is king of guac and passed along his delicious recipe. These guys are plantain chips. They taste a lot like potato chips, and technically on Whole30 you're not supposed to substitute, but I eat these as snacks all day long anyway, so we're gonna make it happen. And then strawberry lemonade kombucha. We're gonna watch a movie. Stoked. I feel like Thursdays are gonna be my new favorite. The best. Today I set up my bed. I got my mattress from Nectar. There's still some more things I would like to put on it. My headboard isn't showing, but I'll make sure I get a picture of it for you guys. It's from Amazon. I'll link it somewhere. And Nectar. And so I'm so excited, and I'm hoping that sleeping better will actually help my body rest and heal more as we're going through and working it throughout the day. So thanks for coming along. Almost a quarter of the way done. Avocado sweet potato toast, egg whites, paleo bacon, coffee. Perfect start. Check out our dinner. Good morning. It is Thursday today. I literally just woke up, so my eyes are crazy, but just wanted to give a little bit of an update because we were being super honest here. Yesterday, I've been tracking my macros, all of Whole30 so far, and yesterday I had a super busy day. I was up at 4:30, 4:45, something like that. And I started work at 5 a.m. and then I worked all the way until 5 p.m. with like a half an hour break in between. And then I went to youth group and I picked up girls. Casey made me dinner, which is so sweet. But all that to say, every day is different. And yesterday, I didn't meet all of the macros. We are just trying to make sure we fuel our bodies. And so eating at the end of the day, if what you're eating is fueling your body, it's not the end of the world to eat late. So all that to say, I didn't meet my macros completely, and that's okay. We're gonna start new today. I'm gonna drink lots of water, and have some coffee, and go wash my face, and I'm gonna start work. So happy Thursday, and just remember, every day is gonna be different, and you just gotta remember to try new today, and that's it. Okay, so I got you guys a few weeks ago. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. This is the first day. My word, I've never heard this brand. Sam?
loves his
Stir fry. Casey's excited.
So excited!
If you're watching this video today and you did something, you moved your body, you did something different, you drank an extra cup of water, whatever it may be, let's make sure we're celebrating those small victories, whether you hit your macros or went on a longer walk or ran an extra 0.2 miles, whatever it is worth celebrating so that you can become a better, stronger, more fearless you. We are officially halfway through Whole30, which is kind of crazy today.
I feel like it's gone by so fast.
Yeah, it's been kind of wild. We've made lots of great foods. Most of them have been huge wins. What is your favorite thing that you've eaten while we've been on Whole30? And then do you think that the second half is gonna be harder or easier?
Okay, favorite thing. We had some friends over tonight and Anna made a, what is it, soupa toscano?
Yeah, soupa toscano.
I think that might have been my favorite soup we've had. We also
better
had
than the tortilla one?
I think I really liked it. So it was
Whoa.
like creamy and spicy. It was really good.
Huh.
And I'm not even normally a kale person, and it had a bunch of kale in it, but it was super good. And then also just as a snack, guac with the plantain chips has been a big one for me. And then what else? Our fajitas were also really good. I know that's
fajitas.
3, but those were like the highlights for me.
They've been good ones.
Super good.
Had them all this week. And then do you think that the second half easier or harder?
I think that, I don't know. I kind of feel like it'll be the same. Like I think just in general, this one hasn't felt as hard as the first time I did it. I think that like the closer we get to the end, the more we'll start thinking about the stuff we can have, and that might make it a little bit harder. But I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's been smooth sailing. Knock on wood.
I agree. I think that the soups, we found just some really, really great soups.
Yeah.
And those are awesome because for the most part, from like a nutrition standpoint, they're chopped full of protein and you can add in veggies or whatever it may be. They're not high in fat and they're just like, overall, I love just like warm soup belly is my favorite. So
especially in the winter, just cozy.
I know, it's been so cold here for California.
Kind of. It was 77 degrees today.
We're just like getting excited about like celebratory things that we can do to ease our way back into eating regular food, but then also like we're gonna do maybe some cinnamon rolls at one point because the goal is balance and not to restrain yourself from everything that sounds good.
Yeah.
So thanks for checking in.
Yeah.
Stoked on it.
Here we go. That was supposed to be like an overhead high five, you mean in the middle. And it's out of frame. Cool.
This right here is my pre-workout. Technically, on Whole30, you're not supposed to be doing any sort of pre-workouts. That I have paused on my protein powder, but in general, my pre-workouts and my protein powder are things that are whole foods based. It's not whey protein. I know that my body can't handle that. Just want to come on here and make sure that is clear, but I'm gonna keep with my pre-workout. This has some electrolytes in it. Supplements can be good for you as long as you know where they're coming from. So, workout time.
We're making some sweet potatoes. You can eat them for breakfast with your eggs. What's the best height ratio basically, guys? Is a little bit of avocado oil, some salt and pepper, and we use everything but single seasoning. It's just kind of a catch-all of onion powder, garlic. You use fresh garlic. If it's tiny, but you got a big bowl, you just mix them. That's it. Smells so good.
So it is Saturday. Me and Casey had a great breakfast this morning. I will show you guys a little picture here. The recipe is on my meal plan. If you want my meal plan, send me your email. I am in the process of building my mailing list, so make sure you shoot me your email. I will leave the link down below. And you can get my Whole30 meal plan. It is a lot of great recipes. The one thing I will say is it's not vegetarian, so if you're vegetarian, I have some recipes for you. I just didn't include it in that meal plan because I've been tracking macros, and getting all of your protein on Whole30 while not eating meat is proving to be close to impossible. So, it's not, but if you want my meal plan, down below, opt in to my mailing list and you can get the first week free. And just like that, we are done. We finished 30 days and here we are. We're gonna talk a little bit about results and what this process looks like just to kind of close out. So here's the thing. Whole30 is difficult. No one is sitting here telling you that this is an easy thing to do. No one is sitting here saying that Whole30 is what everybody should be doing or that it's even sustainable long term. So Case and I did Whole30 with a purpose and an intention to kind of reset our minds at the beginning of the year. And here's what happened. We made some great meals. We got some great workouts in, as you saw throughout the month, but really the whole point of doing Whole30 was to reset our minds and to clear out and kind of flush out the toxins from our body from all the sugar that we'd been eating. So I did a few things. Number one, I took measurements and weight results every single week. Out of interest, I want to see how my body reacts to it, and here's the thing, guys, I didn't lose any weight. And that's okay, it's not my intention. I tracked my macros. I didn't even lose inches, honestly. But I have friends like Casey and a few other friends that did this with me that lost anywhere between 6 and 15 pounds. And so if that's you and you did Whole30, congrats, that's so exciting. And if that's not you, that's also okay, because the intent of Whole30 isn't just to lose weight, it's to get your body healthy and exercise discipline. Everybody's body is different, and it's going to react differently when you put different foods into it. Here's the thing, my mind felt so clear during Whole30. No sugar headache, and the bloating in my body kind of subsided, which is absolutely incredible. Like, might be the best thing that came out of it. Whole30 is all about discipline. It's about choosing to refrain from certain types of foods, A, to see how your body does without them, but B, solely to make sure we're fueling our body correctly. And we know, it talks about in the Bible, how the Word of God is living water. It's going to hydrate us. It is our fuel. It is our spiritual food. Whole30, you get the most unrefined version of the food that you're eating. I ate a lot of chicken, I ate a lot of ground turkey, I ate a lot of delicious vegetables, and a whole lot of avocado. But it's unrefined, it's fresh, it's grown from the ground, and I exercised discipline in withholding from some of the sugary snacks, which is always my weak spot. So it says in Hebrews, for the moment, all discipline seems painful. Yes, all discipline seems painful. It does not seem pleasant, but later in life, it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. And that's talking about our walks with God, but the same concept can be applied to a discipline with food. And if you're exercising discipline in food, you can definitely implement that discipline into your walk with God, which is the ultimate goal and the most important thing. Proverbs 12:1 says, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. But whoever hates reproof, which means refinement and discipline and correction, has no common sense. And so discipline is not always a punishment for something that you did wrong. Discipline can be this choice to refrain from something that everyone else is doing. We look at Daniel and how he ate differently and how much stronger he was for it. So friends, family, anyone that's watching, discipline is not bad, and maybe doing Whole30 is a way that you can exercise that discipline and build up that muscle so that in the future, we can exercise it in our spiritual lives, in our fueling of our bodies, and we can exercise it as we are exercising our bodies. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, friends, stay strong, stay courageous.